two doing up?
It's not important. Go back to bed.
Ma, it's 5:30 in the morning. It's a little early to be selling lunch.
We wanted to get the best corner before Johnny No Thumbs shows up with his lunch wagon.
Johnny No Thumbs?
Well, actually, he has several fingers missing from each hand.
Stay and talk to Stan. I'm sure you can get somebody.
Dorothy, I must confess I have mixed feelings about calling anybody. There's something strangely provocative about this evening. Oh, of course, I would never have a relationship with both twins at the same time. That would be obscene. Unless, of course, it was tastefully done.
Stan, I might be responsible for the decision you're making was too much.
Dorothy, this is crazy. It's not like you pushed me toward this decision. You didn't even know I was thinking about it.
Blanche did. She saw it in your eyes.
My eyes?
Frank, you're a very special person. I knew that the moment I met you, and I realized you felt the same. How is that good news?
Well, it means that all those weight loss products don't work. Now, to lose those 4 pounds, I guess I'll have to go on a sensible diet that I know gets results. The St. Olaf, I can't believe this is cheese diet.
How does it work?
Kyle, I think that's got to be the most painful thing a mother can go through. She's being a rock.
Maybe too much of a rock. She's really keeping this all bottled up.
She's in shock. The whole family's in shock. I mean, a man goes out to buy himself an evening gown. You don't expect anything unusual, do you?
Whoa! Sophia, were you looking? No, actually, that's what you stepped off. But I know it's not a good sign when the first rebound goes into the low 120s.
Oh, Blanche, honey, don't worry. All you need is a little spring tune-up.
And I suppose you did because her mother was not in the Daughters of the Confederacy. Oh, how my heart went out to little Kathy Lee, standing there while our servants snickered at her servants. But Mama insisted I break off the friendship or I wouldn't get brand new riding boots for Christmas. So I did. Dorothy, I know it sounds odd, but this is the room where Grammy and I used to have all of our heart-to-hearts. I would snuggle up in one of her homemade Afghans, and whatever problems I had in life, she would make right. And then after she died...
And the happy Christmases. All those things happened, Stanley, and because they happened, I deserve better than a stinking phone call from my husband's legal representative. You had a choice, Stanley, and you took the easy way out, and it was a rotten thing to do.
Look, it's my marriage. I never should have come here in the first place. That was a big mistake. We'll be out of here first thing in the morning.
Up.
It's the 90s. You can call it what it is. Our monthly visitor.
No, The Curse of the Strega. It was a curse laid on you by Lena Passarelli, our village witch.
What village? I was born in Brooklyn.
Here's a news flash. Witches can fly.
Why did...
She's just a little edgy because we've been taking care of you for 2 months. You've been eating us out of house and home and making life generally unbearable.
It's not a very charitable view to take. What are you making for lunch?
Listen here, mister, we've been more than charitable. In the village my ancestors came from, if a man was bad company...
Right now, let's see. You got something borrowed, something blue, something new. You need something old. Old enough?
Oh, Ma. Oh, Ma.
My little girl is getting married.
Oh, Ma. And
Every time you get a pamphlet, I get that disease. And not just diseases. I thought for a while I was a Jew for Jesus.
Hi, Sophia.
Shalom.
Dorothy, I picked up Charlie's pictures. Oh, these must be from his last...
Dorotea, tu mantieni la finestra ferma.
Dorothy, you'll hold the window in place.
Rosa, tu martelli.
Rose will do the hammering.
Blanche, tu avviti.
Blanche, you'll do the screwing. And he came up with that one on his own, I swear.
Rose, in my opinion, it is time to say bye-bye to Mr. Longfellow and Elvis. I mean, what's the use of having a garage sale if we can't part with anything?
How much for this hockey stick?
$1,100.
Forget it. The only sights we're seeing is the empty parking lot behind the mall.
I already showed him that.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. Blanche, you're free. Why don't you take Sven around?
I don't think I feel like sightseeing.
Oh, it might do you good, Blanche.
I know it'll do you good, and it's certainly a lot healthier than sitting here in the house.
And then I drink a bottle of Chianti and I pass out.
No, it's really a shame you and Ma don't live closer to each other.
Dorothy is right. How many years do we have left? 20, 30? We should live in the same town.
You want to come back to that little village in Sicily?
Please, do I look like a woman? Who he is doesn't matter. It's who he used to be. 30 years ago, this man was one of Italy's foremost architects, respected the world over, creator of some of Europe's most beautiful cathedrals. Isn't that right, Vincenzo? Today, he's a pathetic...
I'm going back outside, Dorothy.
Fine, Rose.
Is Rose Nyland in?
Yes, please come in. Please come in. You must be the man that Rose spoke to, Major Barker.
That's correct.
So they sent me a letter. The money was gone. I asked for some help. They gave me some phone numbers.
The streets were cold in Minnesota. It took me nearly 3 months.
A little. Who wants an eclair?
Oh, God, that's John. Oh, I just hope I can be mean enough.
Dorothy, do that thing you do to me in the morning when I try to take a piece of bacon off your plate.
Blanche,
Hi, Rose.
No, I'm Dorothy.
Hi, Rose.
I'm Blanche. You must be Isaac Newton.
Yes, I am.
I bet you take a lot of kidding about that.
About what?
Rose should be ready any...
Did you hear that, Dorothy? Surprise parties make Blanche want to throw up.
Honey, why don't you go and take that bath, and we'll just forget the fact that, you know, that today is really your birthday.
Well, I don't see how anybody can hate birthdays.
Ma, Phil is not gay.
You mean you're gay? What, your friend Gina's having some sort of membership drive?
Ma.
Dorothy, I know you don't get many dates, but stick with what you know. At your age, it's very hard to break into something new.
Turn out to be the most in love. That was certainly the case with Ollie Knopf-Stetlermeyer and Molly Jane Doe.
Ali and Molly? Must we take yet another trip to Petticoat Junction?
Ollie was the mayor and our town's most respected citizen. He was also artistic. Dorothy?
Oh, girls, let's stop sitting around here moping. Now that painting isn't so bad. If you stare at it long enough, it almost looks good.
I tell myself that every week after 30-something.
Too far away because I'm afraid they'll be painful. It's hardest on holidays or when I'm lying in bed alone at night. But remembering Charlie with you is wonderful. I'm glad I met you, buddy. But I don't love you.
How long had you been seeing him?
About a month. But that's not why I'm here. I have bad news.
Well, you couldn't be pregnant.
Last night, Al had a heart attack.
Checkmate.
Checkmate? I thought we were playing Yahtzee. Okay, that's a do-over.
No, that is not a do-over. You do this every time. Last time you thought it was checkers. Before that, it was battleship. And twice you yelled out snake eyes.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, sweetie, get over here. We're sorry, too.
Yes, we are. We're really sorry. It's our fault, too.
Hey, how were you supposed to know I had an accident in the hall? Wait, why were you guys sorry?
Oh, well, this isn't solving anything. This whole...
Hi, Ernie.
Oh, Rose, I'm really sorry. I'm on my way to the office. There's been a small emergency. Do you mind if we postpone our date?
Well, I was going to ask you
Now, look,
if you...
I'd like to make this up to you. I've been thinking, how about we go away this weekend? I know it's sudden, but...
A little dinky play.
With that...
Gee, Ma, I don't know if this was such a good idea.
I think you're right, Dorothy. Maybe I should have done my own hair. I've been doing it for years.
That's why it looks like something you buy on a stick at halftime.
Hard to say. Depends how late the guys from Miami Vice want to party. Later.
I don't believe that. But then what can I expect? His father's a Yankee. I guess I really should have given him some money.
You should have given him a smack.
I don't believe in hitting children. You girls, please. Will one of you just say something so I can become hysterical, eat a box of Malamars, and get it over with?
Okay, Jason called. You got a part in Macbeth, but I'm afraid it isn't the part you were hoping for.
What part did I guess this?
Oh!
Ma, stop that!
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Stanley, what do you want?
I want you to turn on your TV. It is almost 6:28.
What's happening in 628?
You're going to find out why Stan Zbornak is now a very rich man.
Marriage was over.
Dorothy, look, things happen.
Things happened. You're damn right things happened. 38 years happened. 38 years of sharing and crying and dreaming and fighting and loving and children and diapers.
A religious vision. Oh, God, it's so beautiful.
Sophia, please. Our Savior wouldn't be caught dead in that outfit. Well, I guess I ought to go talk to Rose. Where is she?
In the kitchen.
Oh, is she still upset?
Why is a woman your age moving furniture?
For food.
Right this way. You make me sick.
Someone sitting here?
Cataracts or glaucoma?
I can see there's no one sitting here. I was just being polite.
If you say so. Me, I've got both cataracts and glaucoma. The glaucoma I handle with drops. For the cataracts, I had surgery.
Girls, I've got great news. I found the dog's owner.
Oh, how did you know it was his owner?
Well, he recognized the dog from the picture, and the dog came to him when he called him.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad he found his owner.
Dorothy, why are you crying?
Dorothy, do you want to do the honors?
Maybe later, in private.
No, I mean fasten the floor flange. That's all we have left to do.
Oh, no, honey, you go ahead. Later, I'll break a bottle of champagne over the flush valve.
Oh, girls, it is beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Blanche. Hey, are you going out?
Yes.
Oh.
Dorothy, here's something that'll get your mind off Stan. According to my calculations, allowing for overhead tonight brought in a grand total of $50. No, $500. No, 5,000. 50,000.
I never bought that unconscious story.
I swear, he must have slipped me something.
Apparently.
But at least what we all did was natural.
With mine.
What?
Rose used it.
Ma, that is just ignorant paranoia.
Hey, I'm making progress. Yesterday I was using the bathroom down at the Shell station.
You know, it's attitudes like that that add to the panic about this. Now, what is wrong with you?
Hey, one little slip and you're all over my back. It won't happen again. Relax.
Rick Murdoch.
True, true. He had a twin brother. Hey, would I lie to my two best friends?
Coffee shop. Oh, I got there 5 minutes early and caught him necking with a waitress.
Oh, well, that must have made it easier.
No, I still could not do it.
Dorothy, how long had you been together with this guy?
38 years.
That was Stan?
And you know, to this day...
Some help, right, Rose? Rose! Rose! And for Dorothy and me to meet some men.
Me too, me too.
Dorothy?
Oh, my God, somebody get help!
Oh, girls, thank God you're here. I'm sorry I scared you. The doctor just wants me to stay here overnight for observation.
Honey, don't... Hi, Rose, what you got there?
Just a little snack. Oh, darn, I forgot some.
Not bad. What is it?
I'm not sure. The pet?
That we have an active and vocal alumni, and I can't be responsible for their actions.
Is that a threat?
More like a concern.
Well, I appreciate your concern, Father, but I'm sticking to my decision. Ma, what is it now?
You threw up French.
I think it would be best if she stayed at home. Unless you know something that I don't.
You're disgusting.
Oh, Barry, hi, what are you doing here?
I was just bringing back your earrings.
Oh,
Well, I've got to run.
thank you.
See you Saturday.
Girls,
Right, what's wrong?
my handsome soldier from last night is a pharmacist. A name tag wearing, pill counting, thank you, come again, sorry we don't validate pharmacist.
Well, if he doesn't validate, get rid of him.
Something about a baby.
Oh my God, you mean it started?
She's having contractions.
Oh, don't worry about it, Mother. Go back to sleep. I'll call you when it graduates high school.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Come on, I'm taking you to the hospital right now.
Dorothy, this reminds me of when I took you to the hospital when you were in labor.
How so, Ma?
You were pregnant.
Come on, Big Dad. Sit down here on the sofa betwixt us.
Betwixt?
See, that's another word you don't know. You probably don't even know the thrice of them are sitting on the couch together.
Big Dad, what's this surprise now? Tell me before I burst.
Steaks.
So I take it he still has the wrong idea about you two.
Come on, Ma, it's nothing.
Dorothy, the man sent you meat.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I really do want Stan as a friend, but just as a friend.
So what was that lip lock you had on him the other night?
No, we do.
Well, when I was 19, I answered the door one day to find the most handsome man I'd ever seen. He was selling encyclopedias. And I told him, right now, I can only afford to buy volume 1, but if you could come back next week.
Fine, okay, if you think that's best.
Oh, Ma.
So anyway, Dorothy, like I was saying about Grammy's plantation.
Rich, I cannot believe you.
You said you weren't going to talk about this till later.
I know, but Ma almost died.
Well, she's got her color back, hasn't she?
Ma, you know how I feel. I cannot give you my blessing.
Dorothy, I love you, but if you ruin my happiness, I will put a Sicilian curse on you that will be like hell on earth.
Ma, you can't put a Sicilian curse on your eldest daughter if the mother is marrying a man under 5. Ma, are you in there?
You know, this is the first time in years I felt like the real me.
But now you're here in front of me and you can't run away. And I finally get to have what you tried to cheat me out of. I finally get to say goodbye, Stanley.
Look, Dorothy,
I said goodbye, Stanley.
The hearts of the righteous, standing at the gates of heaven, while St. Peter...
You're making that up.
I am not.
Look, anyone can clearly see that is a picture of John Forsythe lying naked in a pool of honey. His roofing nail have a flat head.
Oh, you were actually paying attention.
Look, Lucas, no offense, but hardware doesn't sound terribly romantic. So when you come by tomorrow, why don't you tell Blanche that you took me to hear the Emerson String Quartet?
I love it. Do you think they might buy that out to...
All right, everybody stay right where they are. The wagons will be here momentarily to transport all of you downtown.
Downtown? He means jail.
Oh, really, Rose? I thought he meant Neiman Marcus.
I've never been in jail.
Oh, what a terrible night that was. Oh, it wasn't so bad. Something good did come out of it. I dated Floppo the Clown for several months after that. You know, his feet really were that big.
Good morning.
Morning, Rose.
Wait a second, there's something different about you. Didn't you used to have a neck?
It's tension. It always goes to the same place. My shoulders tighten, my neck gets stiff, and I can't turn my head.
You mean you can't move your neck at all?
I woke up, there she was in my arms, just as goofy and hungover as I was. I vowed then and there to have 20 more.
Well, what stopped you?
The drugs wore off.
Remember how Stan was working late when I went into labor with Kate, so I called you, Ma?
Yeah. The school to tell me you had the highest IQ in the borough.
But that's a coincidence. I was told I had the IQ of a borough.
No, I had no idea. The brightest kid in Brooklyn? Well, that sir.
Perhaps I should explain privately.
I cannot believe this. I just can't. I give you 4 of the best hours of my life. And this is the thanks I get.
Blanche, my darling, I can explain.
Oh, you have disappointed me, Derek.
Elliot, did you make a pass at Blanche or not?
Absolutely not.
He's lying. Look at him. He's twitching. And blinking. He's lying and twitching and blinking.
He is blinking, Dorothy.
Maybe I had better wait for you in the car.
Gums.
Oh, I thought I gave it to them for colic. In their bottles. Well, my babies were very happy.
Put it in my bottle. I'll be happy too.
Look at this pop-ups. Isn't that wonderful? Remember when...
Dorothy, when you go to work today, be proud. You're a Petrillo, which in Italian means, hey, I'm on a break here.
I'm ready.
Where are you going with that thing?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Alice. Dorothy, this is my show, and I say the correct answer is Cary Grant, just like you see in that fine portrait there.
Mr. Griffin, please. You are the most beloved man in America. You are bright. You are...
Oh, my God, he's just the sexiest man in television. And Burt Reynolds is the sexiest man in the movies. Oh, I cannot believe this. All that manliness in one room, in one crowded room, one hot, crowded room. Everybody's steamy bodies all pressed up against each other.
Blanche. Relax, you're about to set off the smoke detector.
Oh.
And the doctor said you are supposed to be in bed.
Oh, I'm fine.
I cannot believe my mother is hanging out with that cheap hood.
You mean Rocco?
No, Rose. I mean Spiro Agnew. He gave her a highway contract.
He died.
Get out of here.
It's true. Charlie was the only lover I ever had, and my first time was on our wedding night.
Get out of here.
Oh, back off, Blanche. Not all of us are classified by the Navy as a friendly port.
Possibility that Sophia might be right. Maybe Emily has been abandoned.
Yes, officer, that's correct. Yeah, and we've been trying to reach them all out.
Stranded on the side of the road, and I ended up fixing her transmission.
Aren't there people who do that for a living?
Andy Granatelli does. Although he doesn't actually fix them himself. I guess he doesn't want to get his trench coat dirty. But I hear he has this special school in Wisconsin. I know, shut up, Rose. At our annual talent show, right after the herring juggling act.
You mean to tell me that somebody actually juggled herring?
No, it was the herring who did the juggling. Tiny little Ginsu knives. Really very dangerous. I mean, one fall.
I call my new act Sophia and Sophia. Get a load of this. Hi, Sophia. Oh, hello, Sophia. How are you feeling today? Oh, I got a little arthritis in my neck. I was wondering why my wrist was hurting.
Just exactly what is this surprise, Daddy?
Well, now, I don't want you to get too excited, but Margaret and I are planning on walking down the aisle together.
Oh!
Is she happy or sad?
I'm not sure. I've never heard her make that sound before.
No, I once heard her make that. Blanche, last weekend you ate so many pudding pops, you could have built the Eiffel Tower from the sticks.
That is not what I meant. I meant everything just hangs on me.
Of course it does. That's why you have to cover it with a dress.
Escape from It's a Small World.
Come, my darling daughter. Mother has made you your favorite breakfast.
Lasagna in meat sauce?
Doesn't it look delicious? And think, for just $5.95, the recipe can be yours.
Hold it! Stop!
Yeah, head start.
Oh, this is a birthing center? Well, where's the obstetrician? Where's the equipment?
Yeah, she'd be better off having the baby in your bedroom. At least you've got stirrups.
Blanche.
I don't know why you took a cab from the airport.
Blanche.
You should have called me. I would have picked you up.
Blanche. This is Doug. He's my friend. My very special friend.
Well, any friend of Clay's. So.
Isn't it what?
Can I help you?
I think so. I have a 2 o'clock appointment for an AIDS blood test. My name is... Well, it's...
You know, we encourage anonymity, so if you'd like to give us a fictitious name for our phone...
Pathetic shell of a man. Excuse me, sir, are you talking to yourself?
Of course not. Fram Wonk is talking to me. He's my Martian friend who landed his spacecraft in my yard.
See you at Wolfie's. But to the rest of the world, it was better known as the Yalta Conference.
You expect me to buy that? Look, the only reason I came over here was so you wouldn't cause a scene at the chow wagon when I fired you.
Fired us?
You heard me. And no story you can...
Watkins gave me these letters Big Daddy wrote to her.
I'd swim across many oceans for a glimpse of your face. I'd climb the tallest mountains for the sound of your voice. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles for one of your smiles.
It was a good idea. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but in a couple of weeks, someone in this room is going to know how to yodel.
you're trying a little too hard.
Oh, I don't. No, Rose, I admire you. When you want something to happen, you go for it. Me, I dream.
Are you back on that showbiz kick again?
Oh, yeah, Ma. You know, I was always pretty good at it, even way back in high school. Ma, do you remember those variety shows that my class used to put on? I was really very good, would be.
What you and Rose Nyland saw was a UFO.
Now you always did know how to make me laugh.
It was nice to know I haven't lost it, all of it.
Oh, now don't you talk like that. You
Here.
What am I gonna do? What on God's green earth am I gonna do?
You can stay home tonight. We're gonna watch one of those John Bradshaw specials on PBS.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't get Dorothy's inner child to shut up.
Good luck. I'll call Mel Bushman. I see. All right. Bye-bye. I don't understand. It's the second time Norman is canceled.
Maybe he's not interested.
Not interested. Don't be silly. I am the most attractive and available woman in all of Miami. Now that Miss Donna Rice has moved to Hollywood.
Can I help you? I think so. I have a 2 o'clock appointment for an AIDS blood test. My name is... Well, it's...
You know, we encourage anonymity, so if you'd like to give us a fictitious name for our
For 9 months.
Really, Ma, I'd be more comfortable at a hotel.
Fine. Be more comfortable. I hardly see you. You never come to visit. And you finally get here, you're staying at a hotel. You could have just called.
Ma, do you want me to stay at the house?
Do what you want.
He was trying to, Rose. I saw Blanche's list.
Get your cap, get your beard, and get moving. Rose! I had to stand in line for an hour to sit on his lap. Tough Holly.
Medicine is still a man's world. So, if it'll make you feel any better, I used to be a man.
What?
Just a little female doctor humor.
All right, so what's the verdict?
Don't worry, my daughter treats me the same way.
Kids, once they're over 50, they think they know everything.
I cannot believe my mother is hanging out with that cheap hood.
You mean Rocco?
No, Rose. I mean Spiro Agnew. He gave her a highway contract.
Come see you. Middle of next week, maybe. Oh. No, I understand. How about the next week? Oh. Uh-huh.
Turned out that my instincts were right. Norman Bates is scarier than my mother-in-law. And a much better dresser.
Oh, I never should have watched it either. It always upsets me, especially that shower scene. But it's the reason I prefer not to shower alone. Why, darling, I just came out here to give you away with my blessing. Why, I think Marion Deck might be the best thing in the world for you, Blanche. Well, at 17, I wasn't about to do anything you wanted me to do. And you knew...
Nurse thing. I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, Sophia, I'm going to have to keep my word. As soon as you can walk, I'll have to leave. Yeah, I know, as soon as I can walk. But I don't think that's going to be for a long...
Thank you for all your support.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dorothy. It's just Lucy doesn't know that that's really Fred dressed up as a burglar.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was more important.
Lunches,
phone calls, pajama parties,
dance recitals, baseball games,
cooking,
singing,
worrying,
praying.
Girls, I thought we came in here to discuss my problem.
Sorry, Blanche.
Well, I just hate myself for feeling this way, but I don't want to be a mother again. I mean, it was a wonderful experience at the... Oh, Laszlo, that's what I love about you. You can tell a bald-faced lie and still sound sincere. I forgot my compact. I'll be right back.
Give me that key. Blanche, we don't have anything to worry about. If we give that baby love and attention and understanding, it'll turn out fine.
That's beautiful.
Besides, what does Spock know about raising babies? On Vulcan, all the kids are born in pods. Charlie Nyland. What's the problem, Blanche?
Oh, Rex Huntington, that's the problem. It's 10 o'clock and I've been stood up again. I feel totally unattractive, undesirable, and ignored. Oh, Dorothy, you explain it to him.
Well, Blanche feels the way anyone...
Everything I need. Coconut, eggs, unbleached flour, rum.
Oh, you making a rum cake?
No.
Gee, I love to bake. Back in St. Olaf, I always baked our birthday cakes. Charlie loved them. I remember the last cake I baked in St. Olaf. It was kind of different.
He was back in the cave.
I could vomit just looking at you.
That must be Angelo. You two go out the back. He can't see you here. Okay. Go ahead. Go. Go. Angelo!
Sophia!
Right here, where we first met.
Ma, Rose, why don't we go into the kitchen?
What, miss all this?
Get up.
Jake, listen. I know what you want to ask me now.
Memories, I'll cherish them always.
Stan, ciao.
Oh, you're back from your session. Saw that.
I thought it was funny. Neither did Dorothy and I.
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hello, Norman, darling. Are we still on for tonight? But you said we... But you promised... John was...
No, it's not that. I forgot to say my prayers.
Oh, Rose, God wouldn't mind if you skipped a night. He's very busy these days. Most of his free time is spent talking to Pat Robertson.
Hello, God, it's me.
Excuse me. My friend here would like to apply for a library card.
What friend?
Oh, the one who's checking out everything but the books.
Hi, what you reading? Oh, you must be a passionate man. Females to fondle?
Who said Gloria Palizzotto? I said Flo Palizzotto. Why don't you pay attention?
How is Flo?
Oh, beautiful. She and her second husband, Pete, are in Rome. You remember Pete, the man you could have had?
I did have him. That's why I didn't want him.
You and Pete? You never told me that.
Later. First, I want to hear...
Remember prom night 1946?
Why? What happened?
I don't know. I'm that somebody.
No, I think what Ma's referring to is a little practical joke that Trudy played on me. You know, all of us on the tennis team decided that we would wear our tennis whites to the prom. Well, I showed up. What?
I think they're making...
What?
They're making a stove.
Let me see. Yep, they are. We're back in business.
Oh, please.
No, they are, Dorothy. They really are. And I don't know a thing about animals.
Oh, they so...
Well, isn't it obvious? Veiled, shapely creatures, unknown to the family, coming to say one last secret goodbye to their special friend.
You mean...
That's right, sluts. I can't believe they came all the way from Newark. What?
You know them?
Date me, called and canceled.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Was it anybody special?
Well, that's not the point. He might have taken me someplace where I'd meet someone who is.
Well, you know, it's amazing. Beneath that thin veneer of superficiality, somehow miraculously, there is another, even thinner veneer.
Something wrong? I don't know what you see in me, Miles.
I see you.
But why me? I thought you'd like Blanche.
Well, I like Blanche very much. And so does Blanche. That's better.
I feel so dumb around you.
You electric skillet! An electric skillet. It's from Fry Quick. It not only fries, it boils, it bakes, it simmers.
It stinks.
My apologies to the Fry Quick Corporation. But Green Team, we're not finished with you yet.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Baby. Poor baby. This morning he was so full of life, and now he looks just terrible.
Rose, honey, don't torture yourself. Now, baby is very, very old. Whenever one of us didn't go out on Halloween, I was a wreck. But the year went by and no curse. Then the next year went by, no curse. Then finally, when I was 15, Mama took me to the doctor because I still didn't have the curse. And he said, Blanche, do you mean to tell me you still don't have your period? And I said, well, of course I have my period, you fool. I'm not a child. I've had my period in the open anyway. Come on in and say your piece.
Well, the reason is we've been getting along so well as friends lately that I didn't want us to have another night like that night we had in college.
In college? What are you talking about?
That night. The spring jamboree out at Grady's Motor Lodge.
Grady's Motor Lodge? I never...
I made it as fast as I could.
I just couldn't believe you forgot the peanut butter vanilla ice cream. That's Mario's favorite.
I was so sure chocolate was his favorite. That's why I bought it this morning.
Oh, my goodness me.
You know something, Dorothy? You don't have to tell me this if you don't want to. But underneath it all, you believe in them, don't you? You did from the very beginning. Oh, I'm glad.
God spoke to you. You haven't been eating chili dogs again, have you?
That was an honest mistake. And to clarify, that's when I thought God was whistling to me. This was him talking.
Oh, Ma.
Don't you think I know how crazy this sounds? But it really happened.
Ma, I don't believe me.
All right, I'll say it. Feeding him?
Well, I can't hear any more of this. Blanche, how could you do this to me?
Rose, wait a minute. I can explain everything. It's not like you think.
If Sven said you kissed him, you kissed him.
I did kiss him, but it was just for 9 months.
Really, Ma, I'd be more comfortable at a hotel.
Fine. Be more comfortable. I hardly see you. You never come to visit. And you finally get here, you're staying at a hotel. You could have just called.
Ma, do you want me to stay at the house?
Do what you want. He's a very vain person, and vanity can be a terrible thing. I should know. I used to be vain myself.
You, Sophia?
What, you think I was born with white hair and a butt like Play-Doh? When I was a teenager, I was gorgeous. Eyes as deep and black.
Me without my toupee.
I guess that's it.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
You already used my daughter. You didn't ask for my permission.
There's a phone in the living room.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. Okay, I know what it looks like.
That's beautiful, absolutely breathtaking. That looks like something you'd see on a calendar in a muffler shop.
Oh, go on. Do you really think that's right for Miles? He's never seen that side of me before.
You mean the wanton rose? The harlot?
Mom!
Say, Rose, look, now, I'm not making any promises, but how would you like to take a look at that Blanche Devereaux room?
Really? I'd love to.
Come on, let's go.
By the way, what's your name?
That last remark was the reason I didn't let business. I will have you know that before you came to work here, honey, everything was my business. Now show me that paper.
I'm sorry, Blanche, I can't.
I knew you'd been hiding something. You no good backstabbing Jezebel. I demand you show me that paper.
I'm sorry, flattery won't work.
You're right. There's an icicle forming on the nose of my bunny slippers. Oh. Ow. Oh. There, that's not so bad.
Get your bunny nose out of my butt.
Knew about that a long time ago. Nolan told me. And he said you were the one that was lousy.
Take that back.
Won't.
Will.
Come on, girls. Now, let's examine our priorities. We have no food, water, or shelter. Besides, I also slept with Nolan on that fateful trip.
Your father.
There was a rumor that he was a clown with Ringling Brothers. But I never believed it. Just seemed too much to hope for. Did you know him, too? Oh, I've asked and I've never found anybody who could tell me anything about him.
Rose, I don't quite...
No, I want to do cartwheels for 6 miles. Get your keys, let's roll.
Here are Mrs. Nyland's things.
Oh, darling, put them right here. Thank you.
I can't believe she's giving away this teddy bear. I wish I could afford to buy him at the sale.
You like him?
I think he's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Well, then I'm gonna get him.
And however you answer, I'll believe you. Did you tell John Noretti to go away the night of my senior prom because you didn't like the way he was dressed?
Well...
Liar! You knew John showed up that night and you didn't tell me and you didn't...
To me? Well, like you.
Don't you see, Mr. Porter, you're not listening to these people. I mean, you're only as old as you feel, and you're making them feel old. And Pussycat, you make me feel old, too. You make me feel like I can't make my own choices.
Ma, I worry about you. And everything I did...
Cutting out. You're in for the long haul. Keep your seatbelt on. There are lots of twists and turns. Stop that, or they're gonna come in here and sing again.
To a boy next door once myself.
That means we have your blessing?
I'd like to say yes, but I can't. I mean, everything you've said is logical, but I'm a mother, and a mother doesn't have to be logical. I'm awfully sorry. I just don't approve.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
A date with Jerry.
So did I. He let me out at the movie theater, said he was gonna go park the car. That's the last I saw of him.
I think you've been ditched.
Now, did I ask you? If I want advice on getting ditched, I'll ask an expert. Dorothy, did I get ditched?
Yes, Blanche, but don't feel bad. Look what it's done for Sonny Bone.
Me, you could be a jerk in a wheelchair. Get out.
I don't believe we have to stop seeing each other.
Blanche Devereaux never goes out with another woman's husband. Oh, except for that one time. But now that was not my fault. She was pronounced dead.
$200.
Sold.
When would you like the services?
Gee, I don't know.
Well, how about Thursday night?
Thursday night?
Crazy. Not Thursday, hell no.
Sorry, I forgot. The Cosby Show. How about Friday?
You have a TV guide we could check?
If you knew now what I knew then... so what?
If you've got something to say, spit it out, Weinstock.
Don't push me or I will.
There, I pushed. Too bad you weren't on a flight of stairs.
Ma, you're creating a scene. Look, that was a long time ago. Forget about it.
I'm with Dorothy.
Stan, I think you're a little out of line.
I'm not knocking Dorothy.
Oh, what would you call this? A testimonial?
Okay. I'm gonna have to be blunt. Ted, all your life, you've looked up to me and you've envied me for everything I have. That's why you want to marry Dorothy.
Married?
Order to barely cover my perky bosoms.
You're only gonna sit in an inch of water?
Dorothy, why don't we have a pet?
Welcome to my life.
It's nice meeting you, Ted, but I have to go to work.
Oh, what do you do?
She's Gary Hart's campaign manager. It doesn't pay much, but you don't have to get out of bed to do it. And after Ma got everybody out of the water, people started trying our food.
And before we knew it, there wasn't a pizza or a quiche left on the shelf.
The place is a hit. Yep.
Sophia, I am very proud of you. Not only did you save the business, but you saved all those people from the shark.
Morning.
Good morning, Rebecca.
I got up early and did some research. There's a sperm bank not far from here.
How convenient.
No kidding, do they have a drive-up one?
Well, yeah. I guess this is it.
Right. That's terrible, Blanche. If I were you, I'd take my dishonesty elsewhere.
They made me pay $300 for a dress I didn't even want.
Blanche, it's only fair. You tried something crooked and you got caught.
Oh, it was disgusting. What do you girls want to do now?
Let's draw cards for the rest of the Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, no, it's those nasty boys.
Ladies, I hate to disturb you, but my friends and I would like to buy you a drink.
Why, thank you.
Blanche.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Selling encyclopedias, why didn't he try to sell us a set?
And you know what else is so strange about it? He didn't bring them in.
Rose, no encyclopedia salesman lugs around 26 volumes door to door.
Are you kidding? In St. Olaf, they carry 52.
Daughter, I know everything, and frankly, I'm not thrilled. Of course, if you want to break your mother's heart and leave the priesthood, that's between you and the Vatican. But there are a few things you should know about Dorothy before you get carried away.
So, Frank, if you made your decision, I think I can serve God and the church.
Full of grief about Charlie, I forgot to be depressed about the empty nest.
I never had that empty nest depression. I couldn't wait for my kids to get out on their own. I got depressed watching them grow older, because it meant I was getting older. They were like noisy little calendars.
Thank you and good night. Well, Ma?
5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, that's a little long. What should I cut?
After hearing that act, your throat.
And that looks like bits of Joe's arms. And that looks Rose.
We get the picture.
They had a very little coffin. Up.
Makes it easier to breastfeed.
You had a chin, but then, of course, we also showed home movies on your forehead.
How are you feeling today, Sophia?
My ear hurts.
Ma, you were in a walkathon. Why should your ear hurt?
From talking on the phone last night to hundreds of well-wishers. You've been tossing and turning all night. What's bothering you?
Nothing.
Don't you break a commandment in this room.
What commandment? Thou shalt not toss and turn?
No, thou shalt not lie.
That's not a commandment.
Really?
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days...
I am going to make all you women wealthy.
How come whenever my ship comes in, it's leaking?
I am planning on opening a research and development lab. We can come up with new and exciting novelties that will make today's plastic vomit obsolete. To make all of this happen, all I need from each of you is $1,000.
Everything slides back and you look like you just had a facelift.
Oh, you're right. I'm gorgeous. I'm gonna have to meet men lying down.
I thought you did.
Of course, that way, not only does your face...
You marched through my front door, a total stranger, and asked for my daughter's hand in marriage without telling me 2 words about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Do you have any money?
Quite a bit, ma'am.
Your mother, is she still alive?
No.
She is now.
Did you tell us what was going on?
Because you can't help me find a job. Because nobody or nothing can make me young again.
Oh, right, Rose. So your life isn't the same as it used to be. The rules have changed, but it's happened before, hasn't it? I mean, what did you do after Charlie died?
Actresses, pick up an inquirer sometime. You learned something.
Oh, I am exhausted. I have spent this entire day bed shopping.
Have you no shame? Bed hopping nowadays is sexually irresponsible.
Not bed hopping, Ma. Bed shopping.
Yeah, right.
I have other plans. Thank you. Now just stop that. Look, Blanche, are you going to do this or not? Because my date is on his way over, and I just want a ticket on the radio to a dinner theater. Beatlemania. Shut up, Ma.
That's killer.
Well, look on the bright side. It could be good.
I was looking on the bright side.
What a day.
Why, what's the matter? Where's Magda?
You mean Flora?
Hi, Ma.
You're home early?
I broke up with Glenn. I told him I couldn't see him anymore.
Down here. We can take him to Disney World, the Seaquarium, the Everglades, Rambo.
Rambo?
The movie with Sly Stallone.
I sat through it twice. You'll love it. He sweats like a pig and he doesn't put his shirt on.
Abusive relationship.
Hey, Stan was a yutz, but when was he abusive?
Not Stan. I've had relationships with other men.
Oh, yeah, the evil pen pal. So what did Kuda Kim say in his letters that hurt my little girl?
No, it was in high school. Michael Tortelli, remember?
Don't worry, my daughter treats me the same way.
Kids, once they're over 50, they think they know everything.
I killed her. I might just as well have shot her with a gun.
Honey, the woman was 83. She had a heart attack. It was just a coincidence. Now, you haven't slept for 2 nights. You have to stop torturing yourself.
Yes, you're right.
Well, Rose, honey, you can't sleep again. No. Oh, Rose, you have to put this terrible thing behind you. Well, that about concludes the first meeting of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love fan club. But before we adjourn, our secretary has a real special surprise. A genuine Elvis artifact. Who was very insecure about the other kids liking her. Now, she would do anything to gain their approval. She would do their homework for them while her grades suffered. She would give them her lunch money in the misguided belief that she could buy their acceptance. Finally, lonely and desperate.
3 wise men in the nativity scene at Burdine's were wearing Ralph Lauren ski parkas.
Catch me, catch me, catch me!
Let me take a wild guess. You didn't expect us home this early.
Dorothy Rose, I'd like you to meet.
Let's go home.
Okay. Rose, you say
Charlie never did this.
I mean, I think he was scared.
He was, huh? Okay, Rose, come on. Let's go for it.
I bet if Charlie had jumped, he'd have thrown in a few somersaults.
And since you brought up Guam, why don't we talk about geography for a little bit?
You want to see some geography, lady? I'll show you some geography.
Whoa, Cola!
Want to know what we call this on the planet Twylar, huh? Oh, you're quick thinking, Mrs. School Teacher, like that's really going to shut me up.
What do I do now?
Mrs. Devereaux, come in, please. I'm Dr. Taylor.
They're pleased to meet you.
I'd like to go over your form.
Well, fine. Shall I disrobe right here, or do you have some kind of examining room?
You know, I meant your medical form, the one you filled out in the waiting room.
Sorry.
Oh, you are proposing.
God spoke to you. You haven't been eating chili dogs again, have you?
That was an honest mistake, and to clarify, that's when I thought God was whistling to me. This was him talking.
Oh, Ma.
Don't you think I know how crazy this sounds? But it really happened.
Ma, I don't believe.
I ran into this man at the produce counter, and he asked me to play tennis with him tonight, but I forgot that Big Daddy's baby brother, my dearest and nearest relative, is flying in at 7. Oh, this is such a dilemma. Whatever am I going to do?
Blanche, it doesn't sound like a dilemma at all.
You know, Rose, you're right. Family you can see anytime, but a one-night stand... Well, you ought to be. What about Dorothy? She happens to be my friend.
There's no reason to bring Dorothy into this.
Hi, Elliot.
Well, hello, Rose. My, what is that marvelous scent you're wearing?
Fancy albacore tuna. I made a casserole for dinner.
Would you certainly...